back to my channel. Happy New Year. I can't believe it's already 2020. 2019 has come and gone and we're in a new year. To add something a little bit special for starting off the new year is to do a beginner's makeup starter kit. So these are some products that I stand by. I know that they work. So let's get into this video. Starting off with foundation, the Physicians Formula Healthy Foundation, especially for beginners because doesn't have tons of coverage, but it has enough coverage and it's very healthy looking on the skin, so it's not going to look cakey on you or dry you out or any way. It's just a really good foundation. I'm wearing it on my skin right now, and this is my second bottle I've gone through. A really good foundation, and it has a brightening complex in it, which just helps to even out your skin tone and to just make it look brighter and awake. I really love this foundation. It has hyaluronic acid in it and tons of vitamins and antioxidants for healthy coverage to the skin. When it comes to concealers, for me, I look for concealer that's not too full coverage, but something that's not going to look too heavy underneath the eyes, specifically natural on the skin, and it won't crease on me. There are several ones out there that do that, but on the affordable side, the Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer is a really great concealer. It works great. It's the concealer I'm wearing today. It's absolutely gorgeous. I'm in the shade C3, but this is just a really good concealer. I love wearing under the eyes because it looks so bright and just beautiful underneath the eyes, and it has pretty decent coverage. So this is only $7. So if you're looking for a good concealer but that doesn't break the bank, this is a really good concealer to use. I love this concealer so much, and this is like my 6th bottle of concealer from Revolution. I forgot to talk about primers. So there are a couple of primers here that I want to talk to you about. This one is the NYX Angel Skin Perfecting Primer. This primer, because it helps just kind of soften the appearance of the skin. It just kind of puts like a filter on your skin, and it just really smooths out any fine lines and wrinkles and just helps the foundation lay very nicely on the skin. Next one is the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. I love using this primer specifically in my T-zone because it helps to really fill in those pores. This is a really good one to use if you have enlarged pores like I do and you just want to help kind of fill those in. It also has a really interesting texture to it, which is kind of interesting. It's tacky, and so it helps to keep your makeup stick. When it comes to powders, I have 2 powders for you guys. I have a loose powder and I have a pressed powder. L'Oreal Hydra Perfect loose powder. This is in the shade Translucent, and I think they have a couple other shades. I really like this powder specifically for my skin type because I am oily, and so if I use a mattifying powder and it tries to matte everything, then my skin feels like it needs to produce more oil, and so it does. But this, I'm assuming it has some sort of water content in it or something because it says Hydra in it. I haven't really looked at the ingredients, so I'm just kind of guessing there, but I really like this powder. It's very finely milled, and so it doesn't look too cakey or powdery on the skin, and it has done a really good job on my skin. I really like this powder, and I think that it would look pretty on many other skin types as well. Next one is the Rimmel Stay Matte Pressed Powder, and I have the shade Transparent, and I use this the finishing powder once I put the rest of my makeup on, and specifically around my nose area because that's where I produce the most oil, and I just put that on there and it just sets it for the whole day. I don't have to worry about it, and I have really loved this product. So when it comes to bronzers, I haven't tried too many. It is the L'Oreal True Match Lumi Bronzer. I have the shade 01 Light, but what I like about this bronzer is if you look here, it has kind of a sheen to it, but when you put it on the skin, it's more of like a satin finish, almost matte. It doesn't really have any sparkles or anything in it. So this shade right here though that I have is very not too warm but not too cool either. It's kind of right in the middle, which is specifically what I like to look for in a bronzer because I like to contour and bronze at the same time. And so a shade like this where it kind of meets in the middle is a really good shade. So if you're somebody that kind of wants to play around with contouring but don't want to go head first, you can kind of dip your toes into a product something like this where it's going to kind of meet you right in the middle where you can bronze but contour at the same time. It's not the one I'm wearing today, but I wear this on a daily basis and it's so good. Right, so when it comes to blush, I have a couple here that I wanted to mention. First one is from Essence. This is their Satin Touch blush. These blushes are amazing. They look beautiful on the skin. I'll show you right here. It just is really pretty. This is in Satin Coral. They have several other shades, and it's very pigmented, so a little goes a long way. These are really affordable. These are only like $3 a piece, and I mean, it's small, but they go a long way because they're very pigmented, and so this will last you a good long time. Another good blush from the drugstore is the Rimmel London Maxi blush. They don't have a huge color selection in this line, but their blushes are really beautiful. They're very pigmented, but they just look really pretty on the skin, and because they blend out beautifully. This is a good blush to try out if you want something that's not too pigmented, but will definitely give you some color payoff and blend out really beautifully. This is a really good blush to try out. So when you are looking for eyeshadow, there are so many choices from the drugstore as well as anywhere really. You know, there's tons of colors, there's metallics, there's shimmers, there's glitters, there's so much to try, and it kind of gets a little overwhelming. From Profusion Cosmetics, I have several palettes from them, but these are really beautiful palettes. The color selection of their palettes are beautiful, so you'll find something that fits you. But one thing that I like about these palettes is that they blend out so beautifully. They're pretty good for the price. I mean, a palette like this is $10. When you get a palette like this that's high-end, it's going to cost you anywhere between $60 to $100. It's crazy, but you know, $10 to start out with for a decent sized palette that gives you tons of colors to play with. They are so good, and by far one of my favorite palettes from the drugstore. So as far as eyeliner goes, the first one is from L'Oreal. This is their Voluminous Lash Paradise Liquid Eyeliner. I really like this liquid eyeliner. The tip on this I really like because it's very fine tip. One thing that I like about this specific eyeliner is that it's easy to control. Sometimes I find when I try like liquid eyeliners that it's really hard to control where I'm going, and this tip makes it really easy. It doesn't flop around everywhere. It's just kind of nice and stiff, and so it really helps you to just kind of go where you want it to go, which is something that I like. Another one that I have found that I really like is the NYX Epic Ink Liner. This is another liquid eyeliner, but the tip again is really fine. It doesn't move around a lot, so you can get a really nice precise line. It's really easy to control. Another eyeliner that I wanted to mention that I can't find it, but I will leave a link for it in the description below. It is the Maybelline Eye Studio Gel Liner. This is by far my favorite, my absolute favorite liner to use. I have recommended it to family and friends, and they will tell you the same thing. It is an incredible eyeliner, and it comes with a little brush, or you can use your own brush to apply the liner. It is stunning. It's very pigmented, very black, which is something that I like. When I want a specific color, I want it to be true to that color. I don't want it to be like a charcoal kind of color. I want it to be true black, and this one is that. It doesn't irritate my eyes. A lot of liners irritate my eyes, but this one doesn't, and I wish I had it with me. It comes in a little pot, and there's tons of product in it, and when it dries out, I just kind of wet my brush and then go into the pot itself, and it works beautifully. When it comes to mascaras, I had to pick a couple here just because I know some people have certain preferences. I have to mention a couple in this here really quick. The first one is the NYX On the Rise Volume Mascara rubber brush, and so it's not like the bristles that you would get usually, and I like this because it really helps to give me volume to my lashes. It separates them. It's a little bit clumpy, not too clumpy. I mean, some mascara will have a little bit of clump, but I really do like this mascara. So if you want something that will give you nice big full lashes for like a special event or something like that, or just even every day, it doesn't even have to be a special event, this is a really good mascara to try out. L'Oreal does an amazing job when it comes to mascara, and there's a couple mascaras that they just hit the nose on. The first one is their Voluminous Carbon Black Mascara. This is a stunning mascara. It has the bristle-like brush, if I can get it out, that I really like, and it just really helps to build volume and length, and it's just a really beautiful mascara. Next one is their Lash Paradise Mascara. This is stunning. It has the same kind of brush as the Voluminous Original Mascara that I just showed you. Just, it gives you such beautiful, luscious, volumize length eyelashes. It's a really good mascara all around. Any one of these you pick, I'm sure you're gonna love them. If you don't, you can move on to the next one and try another mascara, because all of these are really stunning, and sometimes they don't work on everybody, but just you have to kind of try out different things to find out what you love. Okay, so I love this mascara. You can tell I love this mascara. The L'Oreal Ultimate Mascara. This mascara by far is my favorite mascara. I have tried it against Better Than Sex mascara from Too Faced, from IT Cosmetics Super Hair Mascara, Thrive Cosmetics Liquid Lash Extension Mascara. I have tried it all, but this one still just is up there. It builds my lashes beautifully. It separates my lashes. It gives me volume. It gives me length. It is a beautiful mascara all around. It's the mascara I'm wearing right now. I love this mascara. I don't think I'll ever not buy this mascara. I mean, I have tried a lot of different other mascaras and nothing has stood up to this mascara yet. So I don't think anything will. You never know. We have the future. But so far, that is my favorite mascara of all times. But all these are really good mascaras. I do kind of mix them around. I don't just stick to one mascara. But if you try any one of these, I'm sure you'll love one of them, because they're all really different. And so you'll probably find one in there that you really, really like. Alright, so when it comes to brow products, I have only found one eyebrow pencil from the drugstore that I absolutely love. I've tried the e.l.f. one, I tried the CoverGirl one, I tried a Maybelline one, I've tried a L'Oreal one. I've tried so many brands of eyebrow pencils. This one, by far the best one so far. This is the Maybelline Brow Ultra Slim Pencil. It's the one that I'm wearing in my brows today. It's the perfect shade for me. Like, all the other shades have been slightly off, either too light or too dark, and it hasn't worked for me. But this is such a perfect shade for me. It gives you really natural looking brows. It gives you nice hair-like strokes. Lasts a long time. The CoverGirl one hasn't lasted very long. The L'Oreal one I wasn't too pleased with. This one, by far the best brow product that I've tried from the drugstore. So if you're looking for a really good one, that one is a hit. So when it comes to lip products, I have 2 lip liner formulas to share with you guys and 2 lipsticks that I want to share with you. So the first lip liner is from Wet n Wild. This is their gel lip liner. This is such a beautiful lip liner. It glides onto your lips so beautifully. They last a really long time. They're not drying on your lips at all. And they have a really good color selection. So if you want to try out a lip liner but you don't want to go too expensive, these are really good, because these are only $3, but they are amazing. If you want to dabble into a little bit of the more matte lip liners, the NYX Suede Matte Lip Liner is a really beautiful lip liner. This lip liner, because it's not a true matte, it kind of has more of a satin finish, but it again glides onto your lips really well. It's very pigmented. A lot of times I will just throw a lip liner all over my lip and call it good, and they have a really good color selection in their matte suede lip liners. By far, the gel lip liner from Wet n Wild and the suede matte lip liner from NYX, they are my favorite formulas from the drugstore that I have found, and that they actually last. The first lipsticks are from Almay, and this is their Lip Vibe lipsticks. These are absolutely beautiful. They glide onto your lips so beautifully. They are very creamy on the lips. These are really good lipsticks from Almay. Go check them out. You'll love them. Maybelline just knows how to do lipsticks. Maybelline has really good formula when it comes to lipsticks. They are just really creamy, super pigmented. So that's one of them. And they have a lot of color to them. They're just beautiful. That is it for my video today. Hopefully I wasn't rambling too much. Hopefully I got straight to the point that I was trying to make. Thank you so much for watching, and again, Happy New Year. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and click that subscribe button and click the bell so you'll be notified every time I upload a video, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!